I was thinking, when I was watching some of the tapes of the dunks, I remember coming away with this conclusion. I don't think anyone ever enjoyed dunking more than you. I mean, I think you really liked it. Really, really felt good about it. Because, you would always react afterwards, and for a lot of people, you're the first guy I ever saw, and sometimes it'd be a point of look, and I'm like, man, is he dogging that guy? And it's like, no. And the Gatling one is my absolute favorite. Yeah. And you know the one I'm talking about, where you're ready to jump in his face. It's just, hey, man. And I mean, you did love it, didn't you? I mean,
actually, you know what? You couldn't have said it better. I did. I love playing for the city of Seattle. I always thought that we didn't get the recognition that we deserved. And I thought that just by me and Gary being able to go out on the court, have the communication, being able to also do the highlight real stuff, but a lot of things that people didn't realize, man, we worked our butt off.
Yes.
The defensive end, all the little things. So when you're able to do all those little things, the intangibles of things, then at the end, the coaches don't mind if you get a little flamboyant because they know that you busted your butt on the little things. So that's where that came from. It was hard work. It was hard work for me to get into the starting lineup, man. It was some good guys on this team when I got here with Xavier McDaniel, a guy I looked up to, good player. Derek McKee, all those guys were good. I got a chance to learn from those guys, watch them on a daily basis, and then take what they had and then go back to the gym and put what I had and change things up a little bit.
Yeah, well, the end of any dunk you did.
Right.
That would be, and that was just emotion, wasn't it?
It was always emotion, never to show up a guy.
I don't think guys took it that way. I mean, looking at the Gatling thing, he didn't take it that way.
Oh, absolutely, man. It wasn't to show the guys up. Even, the only guy that showed up was the Lister Blister dunk.
Well, but
they would put the hard fouls, and I did. I wanted Alton to feel that one.
You watched a pretty good one of Rodman too, where you just kind of hung there on the rim and just kind of said like, "Here's my shorts."
the Lister
Here's my
one.
shorts.
Plus, that was so many things. That was George's first year. It was a great rush. It was
the Lister one. He deserves that one, but the Rodman one. That was for every fan that came down to a Key Arena that night because he was running around that gym with the little high knees deal he was doing.
He had the multicolored hair at that time.
He deserved it. He deserved that so bad.
See, that's why everyone loved you in this town, by the way, because that's exactly how everyone took that.
And we watched that highlight
felt
yesterday.
that, and felt that way about it. It's the coolest thing,
That's another example of the respect for Shawn, because at the end of that highlight, I watched it yesterday, he even reaches out his hand and kind of shakes your hand.
Yeah, he did. You're absolutely right.
Well done, sir.
Well, you don't see Dennis Rodman do that very often when he played. He didn't shake too many people's hands, so it was a mutual respect thing.
For the Sonics, when you would tomahawk one in somebody's face, the place would erupt. Even on the road, you talked about wanting to be with Peyton. You guys want to be just as good on the road. There are so many highlights of you online where you're on the road. You're at Madison Square Garden, and there's 10,000 people going, "Oh my!" And the announcers laugh because they can't believe what they've just seen you do. And it did. It just rattled everybody, and you got into their head, and people feared the Sonics when you were on the court.
And that's what it became. When I first got to Seattle, it was a transition. I don't want to sit here like it was just everything was great at first, but it was a transition. When I got on the court, there was some. If you guys remember, it was some mixed dunks. I tried to do a couple fancy things a couple times, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
I can imagine what the Corzine said to you then.
We had kind of a relationship where, hey, if you try that crap out here, then you know that it's a hot seat over here right beside me. So you just run on over here to the bench. So I found out real quick, if you're gonna try it, you better make it. First of all,
right? You
better make it. But second of all, I think I was able to use that dunk as a weapon. It was so true what you said. I enjoy the most going into other people's gym, dunking on their best player, and just letting their crowd know that we were represented.
Yeah.
We were representing here, and it was so much fun. I tell you guys, just to play in front of 25,000 people in Chicago and New York and Miami and all these places, and then to be able to go in there and just
shut them up.
Yeah, absolutely. When we played down in Miami, it's been years ago. I think it was like 91, 92. It was amazing to me that it was a sellout crowd, and then me and Gary talked about it. It was like, you know what, we're gonna start off this game with an alley-oop.
Is that right? Yeah.
I'll tip the ball to you. I'm going to sprint out. We're going to start, and we just silenced the whole crowd the whole night. So
love that.
Yeah, I mean,
control.
It is. It was great. We used it as a weapon. We used it to our defense, and some games we were losing, and some of the guys used to come up to me and they'd be like, "Yeah, now's the time. You need to, now is the time." So
it's not quite that easy, but okay, we'll do our best.
We'll see what we can do.